This is game 2 of me trying to practice better map vision. So, we're going to watch it quick. We're not going to discuss anything about the strategy. It's my normal strategy. I'm making Hydralisks and Banelings. Not worrying about that. We're looking at map vision only. So I'm speeding through the game. Didn't play this one live just so I wouldn't have more distractions. This is the second game where I'm trying to practice map vision after that first live one I did. So, the first place I want to look at is at 4 minutes. That's the first place. So I see some things on the minimap. I saw the SCV coming in. It's okay. I go back and double check. That's all fine. Literally just fast forwarding the first couple minutes. It's all really stock standard. There's nothing to it. I do screw up here and lose a drone to the Reaper. Ideally that would not happen, because what happens is I cancel the building it was building and then the Reaper came back and shot it again. Okay, so I'll discuss that one's positioning here in my pause at 4 minutes, because I think that's actually a mistake on this map. Okay, so there are 2 different high grounds you can put this one over on this map to look at this base. One of them is behind here, which watches for drops, which is good, but unfortunately gives my opponent a chance to see it, which they did, which means they can come hunt it down. You can also put it over the high ground here, and that sees the building as well as giving you some vision of their ramp out of their base. So this might actually be the better position to put it on in the future for that Overlord. I have my one here looking at the natural. My opponent is actually going to be pretty relentless about hunting down my vision with Vikings this game. I try to replace them when I'm able. I try to get some Zerglings out when I'm able. I do okay at it for some of the game. This is only the second of my practice games, so keep going. So at the 4 minute mark, it looked relatively okay. There's their Viking that I saw, so I know I need to replace some Overlords. I get supply blocked several times this game because their Overlord is hunting down my Vikings to both the nav vision and supply block me. So you see I did go in there with my Overlord to scout. It just 4.5 minutes or so. And I saw, okay, this setup looks like they're doing a 16 Marine drop. So when they actually come across the map, I even see their medevac. It flies right past my Overlord. So I get confirmation on top of confirmation that this is what's going on with my positioning. There's the medevac. You see when it comes through the map, it goes right through my vision, so I'm aware of it. I start up some defenses and defend the strut because I have the vision. I have put Zerglings at the watchtowers in about 6 minutes anyway, so it's about time to check. I actually have the Zergling not clicked right. I need to come back and actually put it at the watchtower, so I don't have the full vision I could. But the Overlord over there is helping out. The Zergling that's checking out this base is helping out. I would like to have an eye on the base up here as well. And then, you know, anything that they're likely to take after those couple bases. Like I said, if I had one properly positioned at this base, it would probably be okay. Alright, gonna keep on going. Using my vision on the field there. So you see I have ones looking outside my opponent's base. One thing I haven't touched on yet this game is my creep spread should definitely be further out than it is right now. We'll take a better look at that at the 8 minute mark, because I think you can really tell then. So here we're going to 8 minutes. I have still got the Zergling on the watchtower. I still think I have the other one there that is not actually on the watchtower like it's supposed to be. I've never gone back and fixed it. Just really noticed that. I still have this one looking at this base. Still can't see this base, but they've been pretty relentless hunting down Overlords with the Viking. You can see they've just patrolled it or whatever. So this queen that I've been using to spread creep has 109 energy. That means that any older creep tumors should have been able to move 4 times since they were put down, since she has had time to regenerate that energy. So from the spot, 1 is like here, 2 is like here, 3 is about here, 4 gets me to almost the middle of the map. So if I was spreading my creep the way I should be, I could have creep almost out to the middle of the map by now. Could have these ones, a couple, like probably one more. Could have her putting new ones out here too. So that would help me have a lot more vision of the map. I don't have Overlords checking out this space because the Overlords have been getting hunted by the Vikings. I could probably have one here. I don't know that the Vikings are really patrolling that base and that base, but they are. It is definitely patrolling up here and all through you know, the Terran's side of the map, as this map divides diagonally here, like through that slash. Alright, keep on going. See, I send out some more Overlords. Unfortunately, I send some of them right to where the Viking is patrolling, so they end up dying to that. I have not done a very good job of following up with my Overlords or Zerglings to get into their base and see what's going on. Not worrying about what's going on with the fighting, because that's not what we're looking at for this particular game. I make some poor tactical mistakes, but those are a lot easier to fix. Okay, so I still have a Zergling at the watchtower here at 10 minutes. I still don't have my creep as far as it could be. We discussed before, it could have already been here 2 minutes ago. By now, it could be on the other side of the midline here. This is the center of the map. Like, if you extend this line all the way across the map, it divides it in half. So I could have creep all the way up and down this thing, and this piece of terrain is super important on this map when your opponent is playing mech, which my opponent's not. My opponent's playing bio. But if they hold this with mech, you can't win the game anymore, basically, as Zerg. So you want to prevent that from ever happening. But I've seen they're playing bio. It's a little bit less important, but it would still be nice to have division. If I can see all the way halfway across the map just by having creep, then I can see incoming aggro and be ready for it much more easily. So, you know, the game's gone on long enough that I'm starting to make a spire. Well, I think I started to make a spire. Doesn't matter. Just looking at vision. I don't have vision on the base down here that I would like to have, or here that I would like to have, or here that I would like to have. Yeah, look at how much I have the Viking patrolling. You know, I don't know that I can get the one here because of the way they've got the Viking patrolling. I guess I can't, but I could at least be trying to get to those places, which I haven't really been doing a good job of. Okay, so here we go. Keep doing the thing. Engage the opponent kind of poorly there because I have my army too far forward. I don't have creep all the way out to here, which if I did, that would be where it should be at this point in the game, since my opponent hasn't actually been doing much to clear up the creep. Yeah, we have a big fight down by that base, which could have creep, you know, a mile out from it by now. Look at the 12-minute mark. How's the vision? So I do not have my units on the watchtower anymore. I think they got pulled home when I was fighting, because didn't unbuy my F2 key yet, so that's going to have to come. Then still have these creep tumors that have barely moved since they were put down. They've moved once in several minutes, so they could be, let's see, what's this queen got? Full energy now, so yeah, these ones are probably a little bit newer than that because she had 100 already, but it's another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these creep tumors could also be across the halfway line already. I could have had the ones that were already across the halfway line encroaching on my opponent's base probably by now. So if I'm more vigilant with my creep spread, that will help a lot on the vision front. So my overlords keep getting hunted down. What I really should be doing is grabbing Zerglings. You grab a whole bunch of them, and then you issue a command. You go here, deselect one of the Zerglings. Then the whole pack go here, deselect one of the Zerglings. The whole pack go here, deselect one of the Zerglings. Whole pack go here, deselect one of the Zerglings. If you do it quickly, you end up with just one Zergling at a whole bunch of different places on the map. And if they run into something on the way, that's okay. They're going to get you useful information. If they don't, a Viking is not practical to hunt down Zerglings, so you keep having to land it to fight individual Zerglings and then relift it, and it screws up your auto-pathing if you're trying to use it to take out the Overlords. Okay, going to look at keep looking at the vision. So I still don't have my creep out. I'm way far behind where it could be. I don't have Zerglings all over the map. Just one Zergling here, one Zergling there, all over the place. I'm not holding the watchtowers. These are all things that need to be improved. I saw the mech army go by there. Don't know if I reacted to that in-game. Again, if I had my creep out where it should be, I would have had a ton more time to see that on the mini-map. So I passed 14 minutes. It was basically the same story as 12 minutes. Same problems. Don't have my creep out far enough. Haven't put Zerglings around the map. Haven't gone back and rescouted my opponent's base. So these are all things that I want to work on doing better. Okay. So also if you have this all creeped up, you can set up nice surrounds. You can take your units and set up traps for your opponent to run into. 16 minutes is the same deal. I don't have any of the vision that I should because I don't have the creep out as far as I should. I think that's basically the end of this game. There's some little formality of winning or losing. I end up losing. Doesn't actually matter. The point is to look at where to improve with the creep spread and other vision markers. So I held the watchtowers for about the first 8 to 10 minutes of the game, but I lost track of that at some point. I didn't stop my creep spread at some point, where I need to keep doing that. And I'd like to start putting Zerglings around the map if my overlords are getting hunted down by a Viking.